and welcome back to Desperate for a Name. I'm Mickey.
I'm Natty.
And here on the final week of the TARZAN-ATHON. Oh my god! Yeah, why would I on that one?
People aren't going to believe this wasn't edited.
Yeah, people are not gonna...
That's your natural voice.
Yeah, but so we are now final. Oh yeah, no, I have to. People have to listen to that. We are
headphone warning.
Yeah, a little late for that.
You can put it in post.
No, we're not. No, you go blind. Anyway,
or deaf.
Welcome to the final episode.
Because hearing.
Oh, just shut up. We're on the final week of TARZAN-ATHON. And you know what? We're not even that excited to talk about it because you know what? We watched what is probably now considered not the greatest anime. Well, actually, probably not the worst. We'll talk about.
I liked it better than the. We'll talk about it later, but it's not the worst.
This wasn't good. All right.
It wasn't good,
this
but it
wasn't a
horrid.
good movie. So there was surprising. We basically recently watched Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.
Nope, Tarzan of the Apes.
Sorry, Tarzan. I keep thinking Lord of the Apes because that's the name of the book.
Nope, just Tarzan of the Apes.
It's Tarzan of the Apes. Shit. Tarzan of the Apes.
You want me to take it from here?
No, it's fine. Essentially, not much. This was released in about the same around the same
1998.
time. 98. Yes, about the same time as the Disney Tarzan movie. This is the other Tarzan animated movie from the 90s.
I remember when we were watching this, and I complained about the animation quality, and you said, no. You complained about the animation quality in comparison to Disney in terms of they came out around the same time, and I'm like, okay, but one of them was made by Disney.
Still, it doesn't matter, but you could still make a good, because clearly only all good animated movies were by Disney only at the time.
This is you saw those opening credits,
dude.
That looked like the intro to a PC video game from 1995. This was not made by a company with money.
No, this was made by a company that didn't give a crap. They were just trying to cash in on it, probably on the namesake. They clearly seem like the kind of company that, and I think they did because they've animated a bunch of other specials too. That they're like those old beginner Bible specials where they just take a bunch of
Actually, those are better animated than this.
Those are better animated, but they're like one of those companies that they seem like they just take a bunch of
Do you ever
wait, like one of those oh god, I always forget the name of it when it's not in copyright.
Scholastic.
No, but when fair use but not fair use, or anyone
public domain.
Thank you. I don't know why I always blank on that.
They take any public domain property.
So it's like they can take all the public domain stuff where they don't have to make up anything, and they can just adapt stuff and then just sell it and distribute.
I mean, to be fair, that's Disney, but they honestly put a little more effort into it.
Yeah, no, because Disney did the same thing. I think they actually kind of capitalized on that trend. But the main thing on this one was
knowing them, they totally tried to lobby to buy the rights for all.
But this one is so much cheaper.
Of course, it's cheaper.
And hell, I know. You know the funny thing is, the voice actors in this. Oh, by the way, this is a movie, and it's only 58 minutes.
Oh, it's barely a movie.
It's barely.
It's like an hour-long TV special.
It's not even it doesn't even count as one of those like DC animated movies, where at least even though they're not full feature length.
It ain't feature length.
But an hour and 10, hour and 15 is still they still put more effort in those movies.
This is not that.
This is not that. This is not good. This is not good. It reminds
me. Weirdly, not the worst.
It's not terrible. Okay, it's not the worst thing ever. It's not as bad as the Titanic animated movie with the rapping dog, which exists, by the way. Go look that up. I mean, you're gonna hate yourself afterwards, but it does exist. It's
anyway.
It became synonymous. I think it was pretty famous on the internet for a while, right? Yeah.
This is also the one. No, but you can. They reuse a lot of frames and a lot of shots here.
Yeah. How funny, the voice actors in this movie don't even get credited at the end of it. No one, it's you want to know who voiced you don't know.
They were ashamed to be a part of
it. It's no one wanted to be a part of this.
Contracts are we don't want to be associated with this. This is a paycheck and nothing else.
Yeah, probably not even that much. Probably not even a good paycheck. But I don't even know how.
Should we just start?
We are. This is starting.
I mean, talking about it so we can get it over with.
We are talking about it. What's the difference? I mean, look, if it wasn't obvious, we're not going to talk too much about the story and stuff, because by this point we've already gone over the story of Tarzan, and this isn't that different from the other versions.
Actually, it is kind of different.
Well, we'll talk about that, but I mean, the basics are all still the same, which is what surprised me. As an adaptation, it's not the worst in the world.
It's surprisingly more accurate than most other versions.
It's surprising.
They start out on the pirate ship with the mutiny and the storm, in the book.
Also, you know who's in this? You know who's in this movie? They are not. He's there for 5 minutes, but he's in it.
He's a stereotype. Which is
they're all stereotypes.
Yeah, they all are.
They're so you remember
wait, why the fuck do I give a shit about French stereotypes?
I don't know, but it's insane. But they're all basically essentially they're all stereotypes of they're cardboard cutouts of what their characters are supposed to be,
because they are animated to look like cardboard cutouts.
They are. So the way this movie works, although it makes you think that how are they going to do this whole story in 40-50 minutes? They kind of just
skip it.
They just skip a bunch of crap. Like, you think you're gonna see Tarzan raised in the nope. No,
see like
you go
some
from
clips.
he goes from being found to one musical number later, and he's an adult.
To be fair, the Disney movie did that too.
No, but you actually got to see him as a kid for like a little bit.
And then they made an entire prequel for it.
But no, and the whole musical number was showing him growing up and becoming like, you know, the son of an ape, or like becoming an ape man. This does not do that. This movie does not do that.
What did he do in his childhood?
Who in what?
Tarzan. Like, I don't remember his childhood in this movie.
There wasn't. It was barely. He was a baby, then he was like a teenager.
Yeah, it's true.
Also, like, he never really, which is, I mean, I guess also from an animated standpoint, I guess why they didn't do it. But he also never really
distributed this movie.
I don't even remember the name of it.
All I remember is like the intro
I
was very much like low budget.
Oh yeah, no, I also do not care to look it up right now, and I don't want to. We're not looking it up.
Yeah, it's not.
If you want to look it up, you do it. But I'm like, I've wasted enough time on this movie.
Jesus.
I've wasted enough time. Oh, right, because you weren't like that when we went to, like, we actually legit had to take like a break from this movie.
We did have to take
because like, even though it's not that long, it was like,
it felt long.
It was painful half the time to watch.
All
and
right,
I was like,
it wasn't like
fine
needles in your eyes.
No, but it's like, I need like a break to breathe.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid.
We needed an intermission.
Yeah.
Actually, the acting in this movie isn't
not bad.
It's not the worst in the world. So I like that. And I'm not very stuffy when it comes. I'm not stuffy when it comes to my acting. When it comes to acting, I'm more strict when it comes to like things like action and stuff. Because like with bad acting,
I mean, this movie has action though.
Yeah, it's surprisingly not terrible action. Not the best animated, but not terrible.
Yeah,
action.
but like, you know, stuff like. Actually, you know what's weird?
Oh, wait, you know what's one thing we should have to talk about first is okay, the apes in this movie.
Yeah.
Because they're I don't know what they are.
Like what are they called in the book?
No. Like, they're clearly the apes from the book, but it's like, I don't know what they like, because
like, as a species.
They don't know, because here's the thing. They're basically walking on two all the time.
Oh yeah.
They talk.
They literally walk into Tarzan's house like when he's a baby. They just opened the door with their hands and walk on 2 feet.
No, they basically they wrote them like they're like a bunch of like cavemen or something.
Yeah.
But who just happen to look like monkeys.
I mean, we all.
And it's like,
I mean, to be fair.
No, but they talk about it like they have the hierarchy and all that stuff, like of a society of They
have like basic tribalistic society.
No, but come on, remember one point, even I think when like what was it? I think it was Two Blot or something, when he opened like the door to the cabin. It's like he's like
he just waltzed in.
He just waltzed in. It's like, this door is wide open. I'm like,
how do you know what a door is?
How do you know how to use a door?
How do you know what a door is?
How do you know what a door is? This is technically the first door you've ever seen in your life.
You opened it perfectly, like better than the raptors from Jurassic Park. You just used all your opposable thumbs. And
I love how he's like, Kala, no, you don't kick that baby.
Don't take that baby.
Don't take that baby, Kala. It's not gonna end up well for us, Kala.
I mean, to be fair, he was wrong.
Oh. And I know we
extremely wrong.
I mean, yeah. One thing we should
because Kerchak is an asshole yet again.
Is he in this?
Yes.
Who was he in this? Which one was he? There was Two Blot was in this.
No, you sure you're not just talking about Kerchak?
I might be just talking about Kerchak.
I don't think Two Blot's in this. I think Kerchak is in the movie because
no, Two Blot's definitely in this.
Okay, well, Kerchak is the one that Tarzan like he's his nemesis.
Yeah. Kerchak is his nemesis, and then the Two Blot is like, I think, the rival ape.
No, Two Blot's his brother.
Oh no, no, that's Tarkaz.
Oh, Tarkaz.
Yeah, that's just Tarkaz. That's basically like what.
Okay.
That's who became Turk in the Disney movie.
Tarkaz.
Yeah, because like Turk was just supposed to be like short for.
No,
Turkaz.
I put that together. Also, Tantor's in this movie, who doesn't speak though,
and doesn't get a name. I don't think he gets the name.
And you know what else is in this movie? Sabor.
Sabor, yes.
Not Sabor. Sabor.
Oh,
Sabor the lion.
There's a lion.
Not
in
a leopard. A lion, and he looks like Simba.
He does look like Simba.
Calling him Simbor.
No, he's just Sabor, the white lion. I mean Kimba. I mean the lion.
Isn't Sabor a girl?
I mean, maybe Sabor is, but Sabor is not.
No, Sabor is a male lion.
Well, I think Sabor was, because Sabor, I think, was a mother. Like, you see, she has kids and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know how to feel now.
Oh, well, Tarzan is in a lot of the other books and comics too. He's run into a bunch of other like felines and stuff.
I feel bad.
Like he uses like the ape language to
I've been hating on Sabor this whole time. I didn't know she was a mom.
It doesn't mean she doesn't suck. She also murdered a bunch of people.
That is true.
But you know, at one point, even in the comic, I think in the books too, like Tarzan actually ends up getting like a companion lion.
Oh my god.
I think he just names him Lion, which is in the ape language is like Numa. I always like the way he talks. Did we ever... also, you notice that in this.
Hold up. Did we ever like go over how who's the author of the books again?
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah, did we ever go over how we like made up the ape language?
Yeah, we did.
Were there like any real bases for it, or did he just make it up?
I don't know. I mean, like people make up languages and stuff all the time. Elvish, Klingon.
Okay, no, Tolkien doesn't get credit.
English.
Tolkien doesn't get credit because Tolkien just like ripped off all of like Nordic mythology from his basic concepts. Yeah, people do that. Even his runes.
No, but people make up languages all the time. It's not a big deal.
I guess the language we're talking right now is made up.
Yeah, all languages are made up.
All words are made up. Oh my god, everything is made up.
But so it's not. It's
free yourselves. It's a different kind of podcast now.
Yeah, I'm not much of a linguistic fan. I am always a fan when they have like a language. And I think that he did at the time.
The apes speak in English in this movie, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean they clearly can't talk to humans, but
yeah, they talk.
Yeah, you just hear them talking, and thank God they never talked to the people. I'm like, if they could,
that would have been weird.
That'd have been stupid. I also find it funny how
they would have brought him back to that museum from Greystoke.
Although like I always like
and dissected them.
I always. This is actually one of the things, even though I'm trying not to compare it to the Disney movie, but even other versions, including Greystoke and stuff that they did, that they don't do a lot in the older Tarzan stuff, is where like how Tarzan
learns how to write.
No, not just that, but like I'm saying they didn't do that in the Disney movie. I'm talking about like what they did in that. Is that the fact that he ends up? We can talk about that too, but like how he tends to walk and move and stuff more like an ape man instead of just like a guy who lives in the forest. Which
he does mostly walk upright in this, doesn't it?
Like in this one and in a couple others and in a lot of the older movies too. And I give a bit more leeway in the older stuff, but it's like I always kind of never liked that because I'm like the dude is an ape. And the man was raised.
Are you giving credit to the Disney movie?
I love the Disney movie.
Oh right, no, you do love it.
Why would I hate the Disney?
I'm just salty that we couldn't talk about it here.
Because everyone knows about it.
I know.
But
like you like how he actually is.
An ape
moving
man,
like an ape in that movie, like he's on his knuckles and everything.
That's one thing I also love about about Christopher Lambert's performance in Greystoke is that they kept in mind that he is an ape man, so he has to.
He's used to like
he acts like an ape
like that.
So instead of just being like the only
Nah, he's just with a loincloth. He's just basically a guy. All he needs is a spear.
But I just hate that in most of that. Granted, honestly, with the apes that he's living with in this movie, it makes perfect sense that he's walking upright.
I just walk like everyone else did.
Yeah. But some of the dialogue in this is so weird. It comes out
of it's weird, but others are fine. Like
but it feels like one of those old like PC like point and click games. Or
I did say the intro to this looked like a company from 1995 making a PC game.
At one point I was like expecting it where it's like Tarzan got frightened by Sabor. No, click the water by Sabor. Click on the water so that he can jump in to escape. Click faster. Click faster. Tarzan is dead.
Whoopsie.
Oh, whoopsie. Would you like to try? I'm just gonna keep going with it.
Get the fuck out of here, paperclip man.
Mr.
I see you're having trouble. I see you're trying to swim across the river away from the lion that's trying to kill you. Would you like some help with that?
I don't know. I see you're trying to confront some racial stereotypes. Would you like some assistance?
Not from you.
It's like, no.
Oh, we're gonna talk about racial stereotypes. I will talk about them.
They're not that bad.
I'm gonna talk about how they're presented.
Okay, fine. We'll get to that. One of the bigger plots. Oh yeah, so one thing we talked about before is like Tarzan. They actually kept that part accurate. Is that he learned how to write English.
You can't speak it though.
You can't speak. No, but I'm totally 100% agreed with that because like essentially you can learn to read without knowing how and read and write without knowing how to speak. Yeah, it's not impossible.
No, you can.
You'll just have no idea what it sounds like, which is why I also
think like historically people have developed speech before writing.
Yeah, but it's also some places have created a writing system first. I mean, okay, think about it.
I mean, like as a species.
No, okay, as a species. But think about it when you're if you're like deaf, if you're born deaf, and they've done studies like this where it's like because where you can't you don't know what anything sounds like. Yeah. You can only see what it's why it can become an issue to when you're deaf and you're learning how to like
I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know, but I'm just like explaining.
No, but I like he can't speak, but he can write like perfectly, so that's how he communicates.
Yes, hearing ain't terrible either. But like when he writes also, but like that's when deaf people when they learn how to like write and stuff, they also have to learn how to like so they can learn to read lips. Yeah. They have to learn how to like how the words are like mouthed.
Yeah,
like they'll say like this is the letter R, but it's like you won't hear the R.
I don't know like how R sounds.
I don't know what anything sounds like.
I know what it's.
If you're deaf, you don't know what anything.
No, I in terms of like he would be like I don't know what R sounds like or what it's supposed to sound like phonetically. I know what it can spell and what it means as a symbol.
I did always find it funny though is that he knows how to spell Tarzan.
Like his name?
Yeah, his name Tarzan.
Yeah, I think no, because
like you can't spell things phonetically.
Well, yeah, but he's speaking English to the apes.
Well, no, because they call him Tarzan in the ape language. You don't know how that translates.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I don't know how he knows how to spell it.
It's like, my name is Tarzan. No. Wait, how do you spell my name Tarzan? Okay, the letter T. I don't know what the letter T.
Yeah, he wouldn't have any reference point for it.
Okay, but the letter. I don't know what the letter A makes. You know what?
He would have no like auditory reference.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, you can't when they always tell you sound it out. You can't do that.
I don't know what the sounds are.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But
so it's
whatever.
Like, you know what? I'm just gonna get $5. He just get $5. He was trying to write like John Clayton, and it just got Tarzan. it's like
I did it. I have
signed John Clayton. It's like, okay, this says Tarzan. I don't know.
I have no frame of reference for like how to spell names, so here you go.
Yeah.
Except for that point where he literally writes a note on the house that his parents died in, and then says, "This is the house of Tarzan, Lord of the Apes.
Get the hell out.
Get out.
get the hell out."
Essentially, colonizers stay out. That doesn't work.
Well, colonizers, stay out of this original colonized
shut up.
Cabin that was totally here before.
Should we talk about the house and like what's in it?
Oh, the treasure.
The treasure.
So there's the so when Lord John and Lady Alice had abandoned the ship of when there were pirates and crap, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I don't know why there was a mutiny.
There's actually, that part was accurate. I was actually really surprised they did that, because there always
mutiny on the ship.
There was always even in the Disney movie there's a mutiny. Like you can
you don't see it though.
No, you do.
No. You only see it like in it. There's no dialogue.
What, in the Disney movie?
There's no dialogue to explain what's happening.
but you see that you see like the ship on fire, and then you see shadows of like
you got a general like reference point for this is something that happened. In this movie, you got like specific dialogue between the captain and like the first mate and the rest of the crew. Like you get the politics of this random pirate ship.
Shit happened.
And then they let John and Alice go for some reason.
The guy, one of the captain, I think, lets him go. Then the ship gets capsized and they all die anyway. But along with the boat that they were on, they also had the treasure.
Precious.
Okay, the treasure they found, and now they have to like they don't really use it or anything.
Gold is useless in the wild.
Yeah, they just hide it. It's like, okay, maybe we'll come up with some use with it if we when we get out of Africa, because I think we're gonna be okay, Alice.
And then they die.
And they die
of illness, both of them.
But I love how they keep the part of the book accurate where it's like Jane is engaged to. I love how the whole reason in this version of the story, the only reason Jane, did I say Jane?
Yes.
Jane and her dad are in Africa in the first place.
To find the treasure.
Is to find the treasure, so that because like Mr. Porter is in a crap ton of debt, and if he doesn't do it, Jane has agreed to marry some douche.
I'm starting to...
That is the plot of this. Like, that is the whole... No archaeological, no, like, expedition, no...
I prefer this. It's more honest.
It's more realistic.
No, it's not realistic.
We're here in Africa to look for a mysterious treasure that disappeared with the two lords of Greystoke.
You know what? Fuck it. People showing up to, like, random places to, like... take treasure that they believe is there, so to help them out with, like, problems or just that greed in general is why the entire... all of South America was literally colonized for gold, for El Dorado. And I know that, so it's that. Yeah, like, it doesn't surprise me. It's just hilarious that he would be like, I'm starting to see why there's no Mrs. Porter.
Well, no, we never know what happened to Mrs.
I assume she left his deadbeat ass.
I mean, I think we just assume she died, but...
No, in my headcanon, she left
him.
Yeah, he was, like, drunk in an alley
She was
somewhere.
in it for the money, but he didn't have it.
No. Mine's actually way more tragic. He's a crippling gambling addict.
I thought he was gay. I was like,
I mean, it's Victorian London. Everyone was.
Oh my, he's a dandy.
He's a dandy. He's a Nancy boy. He's a Nancy boy.
Oh, he's a Nancy.
No, I was like, no, he's just like, he's addicted to gambling, and he has no control over himself, and he lost all their money, and she's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, so somehow I can afford a boat to Africa.
In
the 1800s to go find it. Oh no, I love how it was like
one last gamble.
No, I know, but I love how his go-to thing is like, I'm gonna go like find a treasure that was believed to be in Africa with like the former Lord of Grace, and this is gonna work out fine. I have no idea where I'm looking or where I'm going or what I'm doing, but this should work out fine.
It's a sheer fucking miracle he finds like his house, like their house immediately.
Yeah. You know what else happens in this movie? What I also forgot, we mentioned there's also like a rival ape tribe.
Yeah, there's
like which is actually a real thing. Apes do have
there's
tribe wars.
Ape gang war.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell is happening here?
Yeah,
and that's actually how Tarzan becomes accepted as part of like.
He becomes like Lord of the Apes because he beats the rival tribe.
Yeah, I don't think does he beat them, or I thought he like. He just beats. They just fight.
No, they fight, and
it's like and
he's taller, so he just kind of.
No, he has this thing called a hunting knife
he has
and a stick.
he has like ingenuity, so he just beats the shit out of the other.
He has a knife.
He has a knife. He has this thing. He has a stabby stick, and he just like kind of. He beats the other apes, and then they all like celebrate at this temple. Like there's this random temple.
Yeah, which never gets explained. By the way, I mean, look, is it better than like a random meteorite from space that creates a magical land? Yeah. Does it still make no sense? Yeah.
I would believe there's just like a random abandoned temple belonging to no one that they've just been hiding out near.
It's like it's just the people from like from Indiana Jones, and it's just like, guys, we kind of need our temple back. We gotta go wait for some white archaeologists to show up here and take our stuff.
And he's the good guy. Anyway, oh, we forgot to mention also, well, no, we do see some clips of Tarzan growing up in this movie. Because he's with
Okay, well, there's one thing that we should that I have to mention this especially right now. This movie is also, like the Disney one, a musical. Except, unlike with the beautiful harmonics of Phil Collins, this one they sing a lot, and there's some not good songs.
They also use the animation to pad out, like the music.
Oh my god,
yeah. Runtime, and they in one song with Tarzan and Jane, it's a duet, and they keep using the same animation over and over.
Remember, they used the same footage from like the previous musical number. Yeah. It's just the same shot of like the lion running and then an eagle, and then they just do it twice.
And then they're like,
and then it's also
world.
This is also
and
the end credits.
Each other.
This is also the end credits, by the way.
This is a very lazily made
movie. It's so like it's just clearly there for padding, and it's just annoying.
It's very annoying.
Look, I am fine with always reusing shots and stuff for like to either
don't make it obvious.
No, like to help out, or if you needed to like a little extra stuff, but. It's recycling footage is a normal thing about like TV shows and other franchises. But like, come on, this is one movie, and it's like you're not even doing it cleverly. It's just so obvious.
Yeah, I think because
you didn't even try to reverse the footage. You just kept it the same pace.
I was confused for a minute. I thought we rewinded.
I was like, wait a minute. Are they just repeating the same thing now? Are we in Groundhog's Day? Are we in the much better movie Groundhog's Day?
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
One hog, singular.
I think they're making a reboot or a game of that, actually.
I don't know.
But I would be, for like a VR game, I'd be up for that, actually.
Focus.
No, I know, but wouldn't you be up for that?
No.
No, wait, you want to play like a VR game of Groundhog Day?
Why?
You know, because you get to repeat the whole day and you get to like all your actions. I feel like it'd be a fun game.
Yeah, but like, why would it be VR? Like, I don't know.
Well, those are cotton tracks.
I don't think it's like necessary to be VR.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, back to the musical number. Not much happened.
I'm going to talk about Tarzan's childhood and how he's hanging out with Turk and like a bunch of the other apes.
Turkos.
And how a bunch of the other
Nothing.
Turkos. And how a bunch of the other apes are like, you know, bullying him and giving him shit like every other Tarzan story. Like, you'll never be one of us. You'll never, ever be one of us.
I just always love when Tarzan's trying to saying like, and of course, you know, beauty is the eye beholder, is the whole perspective. It's like he grows up with apes, so he thinks that like I will never have like a beautiful like snout coat like you fur. Guys, or a coat of fur, and if I put mud on it, I won't look as good as you guys. But at the same time, the way he says it, it doesn't actually sound like he means it. Kind of sounds like he's being sarcastic almost.
Even though he has no frame of reference for what an attractive person would look like.
No, so he's like, because like his whole thing is like trying to fit in.
Wait,
but
no, he stopped by like he knows what like people look like. He stopped by some African villagers. Those people were attractive. Those guys were attractive.
He didn't. Not until later on.
Oh no, this is later.
Yeah, and don't forget in this version, it's like so he meets.
Kala doesn't die.
Yeah, he meets the same tribe that originally like the reason he creates a rivalry with them is because they murdered Kala. What did they actually do this time?
They trapped her in a net and they were about to kill her, and then he was like,
saved her.
No.
Yeah. So on the bright side, no one
took a bow and arrow from them.
Just stole it.
He just stole. The white man steals again. He just stole it from them and just starts practicing with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, okay. First of all, it's not that big of a deal that he stole it from them. Laws of the jungle, baby. First come, first serve. That's how they work.
No, he swipes it while they're not looking. Like, oh my god, it's a ghost.
It's a ghost. It's the devil thing.
Isn't that in the book?
Yeah, he starts terrorizing their village, but he mostly does it also because he doesn't like them, and he also does it as a bit of payback.
Well, not here.
No, in this one that makes no sense. No, look, his rivalry with that tribe specifically, I never had a problem with in the book because it makes like I'm not saying the portrayal of them in the book was great, but I think they did better over time. I think in Greystoke actually was pretty well done. Like they're not supposed. Like here's the thing, it's like they're not supposed to represent all of them, but they're supposed to be like a crappy. There's supposed to be just a bunch of. And let's be real, whether like you're an honorable or like a non caricature tribe or not, tribes were known to have hunts and all tribes were known to do like amazing hunts and stuff like that as like a trial of manship or whatever.
In this movie,
I mean, Native Americans too used to literally skin buffaloes.
I know.
So I'm like, no. So it's that kind of thing where it's like saying that's so like I don't want to hear anything like where like it's an offensive. It's like it's like no, they would do that. And the one time though is there's a guy who you just killed his ape mom. He pissed.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie. But come on. Normally it's like okay. Like let me ask you this. Like are you telling me like if we had like
do we really have to go on this whole tangent?
we have to go on this whole tangent. If we had like
Please don't make this into a thing.
If we had like a whole Native American thing or like that where
we're
like,
both white by the way.
No.
I really want to point this out. We're both white, so just take that in stride and go with that as you will.
What?
Go on.
If we I'm
just like pointing the perspective we're coming from.
No, but I'm just saying. If I'm talking about like if you go from a thing where it's like you have the like the Native Americans, like you have a Tarzan scenario. He gets raised by buffaloes or whatever. He becomes one of the buffaloes, and then where the Native Americans come in and kill the buffalo. And then he gets mad. Would that be like an offense? No, that wouldn't be offense. That is historically accurate of what would happen.
Okay.
Not the kid killing the people because they murdered his buffalo mommy, but you never know.
Not the kid getting raised by buffaloes.
Yeah, that I don't know why I can't buy that.
Yeah, they're not even they don't similar
like,
in any way.
Yeah.
Doesn't have hooves.
So.
Or horns.
Maybe buffaloes don't care if you have hooves, Nati.
He has 2 legs.
Yeah, that part's.
They wouldn't even know what to do with him.
Yeah, but dude, wolves have raised people. And they walk on all 4s.
True.
But they are more similar to people, I guess. Anyway, moving on.
They call the well, actually, we're kind of going all over the place. We're not going in chronological order.
Oh, we said we were. Moving on. What do you want to say?
Oh, no. I was going to say Kerchak is his nemesis in this movie.
Yes.
And so they fight when he becomes Lord of the Apes.
The epic fight.
He's like, Kerchak, no, enough. I'm in charge around here, and you suck, Tarzan. And I told Colin not to bring you. I'm feeling threatened right now. He wasn't like on the verge of crying, but I just kind of heard it as that because he's a whiny bitch. So they start fighting, and basically, they fight, and then Tarzan has him pinned, and then Kerchak's like, "I'm sorry, I lost my temper, Tarzan. He fake apologizes, and Tarzan's really nice about it. It's like, nah, it's okay, man. I'm just
sneak attack.
Yeah, and it's like it's okay. I'm just glad I didn't hurt you. And it's like, no, sneak attack. Fuck you. Punch. Climb up the waterfall. He just leaves.
Yeah. Then he just I think he just falls.
No, he comes back later.
No, he does. No, he doesn't die, but he just. I don't think anyone. Wait, no. I think doesn't Kerchak die in this?
I think so, because later on when Tarzan meets Jane and Kerchak kidnaps. It's like Donkey Kong. He kidnaps Jane and climbs up a tree and is about to throw her off, and Tarzan's like, "No, wait, please don't."
And then he just falls and you never see him again.
He falls. Tarzan grabs him and is like, "I'm still." He does the thing. I'm still.
No, he lets him go. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
No. Kerchak lets go.
Yeah, Kerchak lets go. It's like I
don't want to be saved by you.
They very, very much take the blame off Tarzan for killing Kerchak, even though in most other versions he would have beat him to death without question.
I think Kerchak also might be slightly racist. I can't really tell on this one. I don't know.
How?
I don't know. But
he falls presumably to his death. He falls into a bush and we just don't see him.
You never actually see anyone die in this movie.
It's pretty PG. He wouldn't. Although for a PG movie, for them to call the basically They Are Not shows up. They Are Not and I guess his sidekick.
I don't know, some guy.
They show up when Jane shows up and Jane and Tarzan get together and they spend no time getting to know each other because
they also fall in love in 2 seconds. So
right.
What's new?
Basically, Jane is asking him if he can speak, and then she basically, okay, do you speak English, French, German, any of this? It's like, oh, so you can't speak at all? And I'm like, you only listed off European languages, which is I'm assuming all you know. He might know a million other languages.
He might speak Swahili.
Or Wolof or
he speaks what do they speak in Hawaii again? What do they speak in Hawaii?
I forgot.
Well, imagine
he might speak Maori. You don't know.
No, he speaks Maori. So that. It's
that's New Zealand.
No, okay, but he might speak that. It's I don't know how you would know that in Africa of all places, but you speak it.
I'm just saying, I just like how you don't speak at all. It's you only listed off a handful of languages from one continent that's not even in this part of the world. I mean, fuck you. I
mean, but to be fair, he did he is basically like a grown.
No, could you imagine he was completely multilingual in a million other languages, but she's
he speaks every language that she doesn't.
As in every language but European language.
I speak Indonesian.
Yeah, do you know? I don't.
Do you know Indonesian?
No, I don't consider that a language.
Oh my.
Anyway,
he speaks Chinese.
He just whips out the Cantonese.
He's bring up the Cantonese. I speak. Oh come on, we don't speak Cantonese here. It's this is North Africa. We don't speak Cantonese.
I think it's Central Africa.
So we don't speak Cantonese. No, it's we just don't speak Cantonese.
I think it's always in West Africa.
No, speak right? Mandarin like a real person.
Yeah. There's also the thing where your boy Darnot shows up, but
my boy Darnot, yes,
and he gets
flabbergasted.
He gets kidnapped by the African tribe.
Yes, by the tribe.
Yes, and then they call them natives. A man was kidnapped by these natives. We have to go rescue him. And I'm like, are you fucking for real? This is 1998. What the hell is this?
The movie or this
was made in 1998. What is this?
I meant like the setting. Okay.
Mickey, the courageous white explorer was kidnapped by these natives.
I don't know.
What is this 1915 bullshit?
I don't know. Look. Anyway, afterwards, let's talk about like the ending of this movie though. Because
Tarzan rescues They Are Not, and then he takes him to the temple without telling anyone. By the way, he doesn't say, "Oh," he doesn't. He literally goes after They Are Not after Jane's dad asks him to go after him, and then he saves him, and then he spends months teaching Tarzan how to speak English.
Well, French then English.
French, whatever. He teaches him how to speak.
Although you think that teaching him to speak English first would have been easier since he knows how to read and write English.
Yeah, it would be way easier.
Yeah, I don't know why. I never know why he went that way.
And again, it's not like France has a different letter system.
No, but it's a different structure though.
Yeah, but like same.
But he learned how to read and write English.
You're right.
So like, I don't know. No, in this movie though, he teaches him how to speak English first. I think.
With a terrible accent.
With a terrible accent, but it's like.
Oh, anyway, no, but even though they literally asked Tarzan to go and rescue They Are Not, he doesn't like come back and tell them he did it. He just goes to the temple that we mentioned before and just stays there for months learning English, to the point where like Jane and Porter have to leave because they assume they're dead, and because he didn't just come by one day and just be like, "Hey guys, I rescued They Are Not a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna stay here. Please don't leave."
Because originally, when he does find They Are Not and he saves them, they leave them. They leave before because they either presume They Are Not to be
stranded.
No, because they presume to be dead or something. So then Tarzan takes care of him and looks after him.
They presume they're dead here too, but only because Tarzan didn't come fucking back and tell them.
Because he didn't even check.
It's so preventable.
Anyway, but after that, Tarzan goes to America and has his amazing musical number
going across the world for love.
Yeah, to chase after Jane, and then
expresses his love to her.
And then they also find out about the treasure. That's like, we can use this treasure to get her out of like the gambling debt, and so then I can like marry Jane and all that crap. And they do that, and then it's like, okay, yeah.
What about the money?
Then they're like. Well, no, because then once they also find out that he's Lord Greystoke, and that he's also technically loaded, the money also doesn't matter and stuff. So it's like, let's just donate it all to charity.
I mean, I'm not against that.
My first question is, Tarzan, how do you know what charity is?
Fuck, do you know what charity is?
Do you know, like, did you learn about it on the boat, and what charity? I was like, oh, well, I know this Nigerian prince who, if I just give him a down payment of $200,000, I'll be set for life. It's like, imagine if he said that.
He actually knew a Nigerian prince.
No, actually, Nigerian prince. It's like, and then you go back and find out I was the Nigerian prince.
The whole scam.
I was like, the whole time I was the Nigerian prince.
Oh my god.
It was to Mr. Zan, Lord of the Apes.
Yeah, is there a Mr. Zan, Lord of the Apes here?
No, Mr. Tarzan.
Despite not knowing what charity even means or what money kind of is, he just knows that a bunch of gold coins mean a lot to these people.
And then the funny thing is, the way this movie ends is also like, without even discussing it really, Jane just moves to the jungle with Tarzan.
I think she's really against it at first, and then the next shot is her like in a ripped
it's like
cloth thing, and then they're just swinging together in the jungle.
Oh, Jane, this is the 1800s. You don't have an opinion.
You don't
get an opinion.
You're barely a person. You're more of an accessory.
So anyway, this was
not as bad as the 2013 movie.
But this was still not good.
Look, this was not good. It was lazy. It was annoying. It's still not as bad as that 2013 one. No stupid meteorites. More accurate to the story.
So
short,
in the end,
mercifully short.
This has been our whole Tarzan-a-thon.
You're fucking welcome.
Nati, what do you think of it? Did you have some fun? Did we have some good times, some laughs?
We're doing Jungle Book next.
we gotta do a Jungle Book one now. But
yes, racist white guys from the early 20th century writing depictions of other cultures. That's our whole shtick.
Anyway,
we're assholes.
But what did you actually end up thinking about the whole Tarzan-a-thon?
It was fine.
Yeah, right, it was fun.
I didn't know there were this many adaptations. I knew there were a lot of books. I knew there were a lot of terrible black and white movies.
Yeah, I just dumped. I think for all, I think the rest of you too as well. You just found out.
I think we should have talked about that one with Sam Jackson.
What, the recent movie?
Yes.
That has its own things.
I hate you for making me watch the 2013 movie.
If we do want to, I mean, quick words about the 2016 I think version of the Tarzan movie.
Watch it for Sam Jackson and no one else.
It's Margot Robbie and I think Alexander Skarsgård. I actually don't hate it. I think it does a lot of good things. I think it
has some historical inaccuracies.
You never watched the thing completely.
True.
It's not terrible. I do still want them. I think they can make a good Tarzan movie today, and they could do it well. But you never know.
Be careful.
No, yeah, but like I think you could do it very well. Anyway, that was
one thing to sign us off.
Okay.
2 worlds, 1 family.
Hi, thanks for watching to the end of the video. Like, subscribe, or hit that notification bell. It really helps the show out. If you want to go see more of us, we have a podcast with way more episodes, so go check that out.
We also have a Twitter where we mostly just post new uploads when they come out and updates on the show. So if you want to keep up on the progress that we make, go follow us there.